All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the truth hour with General Sarasun Seti. Kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members to not only the Sarasun Seti YouTube page, but the General Seti YouTube page, two dynamic powerhouse institutions on YouTube, giving you nothing but black power, black divinity. I want you to subscribe immediately. I want you to become a member. Link for the memberships right down in the video description is in the chat. All you had to do is just click it. You get a video introduction, run down on the memberships, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join, even if you don't. I appreciate your presence here at the Sarasun Seti General Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. The General got a new website up on Teachable, uploading a lot of dynamic curriculums, powerhouse programs, certificate courses. First one up, 25 steps to the redemption of definitive black manhood, designed by the General, strictly for the brothers. It's an amazing, amazing course. Get over there, get that preview. Also included the Brotherhood of Heru Roundtable live stream, where the brothers meet once a week discussing very vital, important, and powerful information pertinent to our growth and development. I want you to get on over there, check it out, family. Get that preview, become a brother, become a member today. Ring the alarm, KingSeti.com, online marketplace, official General Sarasun Seti DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessories for every room in the house. I got something for your family. I know you're going to like and love. Get on over there, check out that catalog, get a discount, shop and save and shop. And everybody know the General got the pop in his page on Patreon. I started out my day already. We didn't drop the Sobek Taway Rat. We's up there right now, family. We got that file up there right now. I want you to get over there and get it. We're going to drop the other two during the night. That's right. But that one's up there right now. Netters of Chaos, Taway Rat, and Sobek dropping some very heavy mental. Got some supplementary master teachers there. You going to want that. Get over there and get it. To all the family out there donated to the General, I thank you. I appreciate you. For those that appreciate me, I want to, for any of the family out there would like to donate, the link is right there in the chat. Thank you very much. And make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King Seti, General Seti, Sarasun Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share with your family and friends. And comment. Just don't say nothing stupid because I will ban your ass. Here we go, family. We got to think about it. Have they been sending indicators? Me and you sending indicators to the world as a whole. You know, with these, you know, when we look at the predator, we always used to say, well, goddamn, why the motherfucker got dreadlocks? You see, you know, and you know, and as I began to think, you know, I'm a thinker. You feel me? I'm a thinker. And you got this hump head nigga Klingon, you know what I'm saying? You know, look like I don't know what they got in one of them ancient, what the fuck they call them, sailfish or no, what they call them? They something like a goddamn. It's not a crab, but it's something close to the motherfucker. But it's like it got a shell on the top and shit. You know what I'm saying? And it looked like he got one of them motherfuckers sitting right there in the middle of his forehead. So I don't know what the hell they got going on with that. But anyway, that's the Klingon. And, you know, we used to think about it. And even in the goddamn Star Trek, the Klingon was some old mad motherfuckers. They always stayed mad about some shit. You understand what I'm saying? They always stayed ready to pop off and shit. And the Predator just, you know, he just a straight killer. You know, a hunter, you know, but then it's something there, but it's missing some things. So I had to think about it. And I say, well, goddamn, is this, you know, are they telling us something even in these earlier, you know, TV sitcom, these TV shows, were they telling us something in these movies? Were they telling us something? You know, the Predator, the Klingon, and many, many more. You know, was out there. You know, nigga ain't supposed to have no shows like that. You know, not coming from the history to these motherfuckers. Ain't no way a nigga supposed to be in outer space. You know, not saying because they say we didn't have no knowledge. You feel me? That's, you know, we didn't have no knowledge. We didn't have no civilization. We didn't have none of that. And then to go from that to now niggas is in outer space and things that this nature is like telling. Is there something about this? And a lot of, I'm not, you know, and again, you know, if they did come, if they came from outer goddamn space and they look like they must have left our ass here. We missed the boat. We missed the ship when that motherfucker, you know, and niggas miss it. I was watching the other day. They were talking about motherfuckers had went to one of them islands over there, and I guess a hurricane or something was gonna hit the motherfucker. And so they had announced an evacuation, and the boat was sailing off, and the man, wife, and his son was on the boat, and he's still in there looking silly. He's still in the goddamn hotel. And the boat floating off without us. It's some motherfuckers get left. If they don't hear the call, motherfuckers get left. So, I mean, is we some lost Annunaki? I'm just asking the question. You understand? It ain't that I don't, you know, that I believe it. I ain't said I believe it, but I'm just going to ask the question. Is we some niggas that when they put the call out, goddamn it, and they say, nigga, get on the ship. Did we miss the goddamn ship? Did the ship, and that sounds just like some niggas, did not come back and get you? You can't get no ride from no nigga because you know damn well it's, especially, man, you gonna come back and get me. Yeah, I'm gonna come back and get you, nigga. And you be, wherever your ass at, you gonna spend the night because nigga ain't nobody, unless you gonna get your ass out there and get you some on the bus or whatever, you gonna walk, yeah, whatever the fuck, borrow a nigga bike to ride home, you gonna need some other form of a transportation, you know, to get to where you going. And so we some abandoned Anunnaki. You feel me? Are we that? Are we some supreme beings and, you know, that came from somewhere else? And, you know, and we came to this earth and somehow we have been abandoned. You see, we're what they call them. They when you've been you're on an island and shit, and you've been, you know, you've been a bad store. It's not a stowaway, but it's a different term that they use when your ass been left behind and shit. And so we got a set up tonight where we're gonna be looking into some of this information because they talking about, you know, all these aliens. They talking about aliens are on the way back, and they saying that, you know, they very well may have seen some aliens. And is it a possibility? Yes, it's a possibility. Is it a probability? Is more the question. Is it a probability? And that's what because like I say, statistically, you would. But how do we know that there ain't no goddamn castaways? There you go, Ray. I didn't have my castaways. Maybe we some castaways. Yeah, George Clinton always singing for the money. Yeah, but George Clinton a weird motherfucker. Yeah, I ain't George Clinton, the old weird motherfucker. That nigga be having, you know, color hair, you know, where that motherfucker be, what they call that shit, where they be putting braids in their heads and shit, and, you know, a weave and shit. This nigga be putting weave in his, I had to look at goddamn Operation Blue Beam, huh? Shit, we might have been here before the Blue Beam. You understand? We may came on the black beam. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, yeah, we might have came on the black beam. We might have been here before the blue beam. But, you know, we want to look off into some of these, you know, these stories to see if there's something in them. And I got a hell of a lineup tonight, and we're going to break this shit down. We even got some goddamn Vulcans. You know, in one of them Star Trek, we even got, in the Vulcan supposed to be some of the wisest motherfuckers in the universe. Yeah, did y'all know that the Vulcans on Star Trek was some of the wisest motherfuckers? And even in Star Trek, you know, Vader, you know what I'm saying? Who was that? What's the brother name? What's the brother name that played the voice? James Earl Jones. James Earl Jones. Yeah, no emotion. What you talking about? The Klingon? No, you talking about the Vulcans? No emotion. Yeah. No emotion. That most definitely not us, because we got emotions now. Darth Vader, yeah, James Earl Jones. You see, got to have the brother back there. You see what I'm saying? Had that voice and shit, man. That's classic. That's classic. You feel what I'm saying? And then James Earl Jones played in Conan too. He played that Serpentine. You feel what I'm saying? That Serpentine Lord. Matter of fact, he was the damn Naga. He turned into the goddamn Naga at the end, didn't he? Yeah, James Earl Jones on Conan was the Naga. Yeah, he turned into the Naga. Yeah, he was the Dragon Lord. So yeah, it's some things that, but ain't that, I'm trying to tell you, that's what it is, and it had me thinking though, and we're going to talk about this deeper, because when I try to get off into these mythologies, you feel me? Because I know that in all mythologies, there's truth. You see, there is truth. And a lot of times the mythologies are more sacred than even the religions. You see what I'm saying? Then even the religions is more sacred. Like, for instance, like now they say it's a separation between church and state, right? And they say you can't have the 10 Commandments in the state capital. You can't have this, no Jesus or no Muhammad or none of that, right? But at the same time, you can go in them same state capitals. You will see all the Greek gods, You will see all the Roman gods and all of that. You'll see that all. Matter of fact, the Capitol building is Black Power family. The Capitol building is a Roman temple. Yeah, it is a Roman temple. So you will see that all of these, why those Greek gods, they're close to them. You see what I'm saying? They're more close to them than, and they know that the other ones are knockoffs. They know that the Jesus, and because they know the Greek gods, the original ones are black. They know that. They know that the Titans preceded them were black, coming out of chaos. They know that. So, so that was, they know the truth. That was really the first one that they got from us. You see, was the Greek. You see, that was the first one, and they know in that one is the essence. You feel me? Everything else is a knockoff. You feel what I'm saying? So know that. So we had to break these things down. Now, as we move forward now, I was thinking to myself, because I say these predators. Listen to me now. I say these predators, right? They're hunters, right? They're hunters. And I'm getting off into this Annunaki creation story, right? Yeah. These this creation story where they supposedly took some of their DNA, right, and mixed it with a monkey. Listen to me now. This is what they saying. Mixed it with some monkey and came up with the Neanderthal. Because it damn sure wasn't us. You see what I'm saying? It damn sure wasn't us. And so, I see that there was different types, no different than what you see here on the planet. In the outer world, that there's also these different types of extraterrestrials, okay? And so you got the white ones that they call, I don't know, they Nordic, supposedly Nordic aliens and shit. And because I'm gonna try to make the shit work. You know what I'm saying? Even though I know, because I see, listen to me. When it comes to the history, when it comes to all of that, I'm a magician with this shit. You feel what I'm saying? You know, even when a motherfucker try to create something, I take his own shit. And I, in truth now, because I don't let a motherfucker, and I weave the truth right up into that. And he been thinking he doing something, and I take that shit like a rope, and I wrap that shit around his own neck and choke him with it. So he coming up with this shit about how this Annunaki didn't took a monkey and then infused some of his own DNA. But see, then that's the white. And they say that the white ones ain't even Anunnakis. You see, they ain't even Anunnaki. They're a different type of extraterrestrial, you see. And so, but we'll call them white Anunnakis. You see, we'll call them whatever, just for the sake of. So this white Anunnaki, this Nordic, this albino, and I got some videos now. Y'all want y'all to stay with me. This albino Anunnaki then took a monkey. Listen to me. We got to make this shit work. You feel me? Now, Zachariah Stitchin is a white man. He the one that now, when we take it now and we make it work, we got to make it work. So this white Anunnaki took a monkey and he infused his DNA with this monkey and come up with the Neanderthal. You see? And these black Anunnakis, the predators, came down here and hunting their ass. Yeah, came down here hunting their ass. See, they was hunting them Neanderthals. See, they was hunting the white ones. They was hunting them Neanderthals and shit. That's who they was hunting. So the thing is, I'm thinking to myself, in history, was our people, because they look at now, see, some of these things you got to understand is allegorical. You see, they understand it's allegorical that, that they come from outer space or from beyond. The reality is they were here. They were here on this planet, but mythologies have gathered around these African warrior hunters. Well, they're Africans, black primordials hunting these cavemen on this planet. You see what I'm saying? I believe that, our people was actually hunting them Neanderthals, and over a course of time, these mythologies come about, such as the predator and things of that nature. You feel what I'm saying? But there was a real, there was a real a warrior class. Yeah, no, not white predators, black predators. You see what I'm saying? They can't be predators because, see, the thing is, you can't have white predators. In the sense of the word, but when you talk about the predator, you talking about like the Anunnaki, and the Anunnaki supposed to be black. They ain't supposed to be no white Anunnakis. They something else. If they are extraterrestrials, you understand what that's right. They the prey. You see what I'm saying? But see, you got to make it. You got to weave through the mythology and see that early on, our people was hunting their ass for real on this motherfucker. We were hunting their ass on this motherfucker for real. That's right. We was hunting their ass for real. And in the mythologies, they created this predator, but see, in the mind, in the subliminal, see, the thing is, when you create this shit that you see in media, is from your subliminal. And so the fact that they left the locks on there is a key indicator. You see what I'm saying? That, it's carved so deep down into their subconscious that they couldn't leave that aspect out. You see, they couldn't leave that aspect out. So it showed that our people, because we know that Tutmosis III was one of those predators. You feel what I'm saying? Who even went up into, when they tried to flee out of Egypt, they went into Canaan. He went in there right behind their ass. You feel me? And when you look at the ones that come, and they got the dread. I'll show you the dreadlocks. You see what I'm saying? Them Amenemhat. Amenemhat had the dreadlocks too. Now I could take and show you the one that so that part. That part. Those under Amenemhat and worship was Sobek, the crocodile god. And Sobek because one of Amenemhat's daughter was her name. What was her name? Sobek Neferu or something. I think that was one of his daughter's name. Sobek Neferu. I believe that was her name. She built she had a temple built out there in the desert. I got to get the name of it, and it was to Sobek, but it's an obscure temple. It's an obscure temple dedicated to Sobek, but built under the reign of Amenemhat III. His daughter, I believe her name was Sobek Neferu, and she built that temple out there. You see, but you'll see them under Amenemhat. Kamambo is down in Aswan. This temple was going towards Libya. This temple was going towards Libya. It's out in the desert. Kamambo is in Aswan, going down towards Aswan. I've been there. But this is an obscure temple. You're going to have to get somebody to take you out to where that's at. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, so you had to just look up. This called it's a temple dedicated to Sobek, but it was built by Sobek Neferu. I believe that's her name. Let me get that. Well, you know what? But esoterical, allegorical stories are means to sometimes, they'll use as a means to tell the truth for a layman. You see what I'm saying? It's for a layman, somebody, so you don't go over their head. You see, sometimes, and that's not to say that you can't rise in consciousness, but it's for a mass, for the masses, so that they are able, simplistic. You ain't got to make shit hard all the time. And it's a way to entertain at the same time. It's a way to venerate. It's a way to entertain. And in that form of dissemination of truth, a lot of people can grasp that. You see, they could grasp the allegorical, esoterical understanding. For the adepts that want to go in deeper, yeah, there's avenues for you to go to higher classes and things of that nature. But allegorical is meaning that it's a simplistic tale that may seem, fanciful, things of that nature, mythological, but in essence, there's a real truth in that allegory, that myth. There's real truth there. And that's why these myths are held to the heart far closer than a lot of these so-called histories and sciences and shit. They hold these myths real close to their heart. I mean, shit. I mean, it's entertaining. It's more, it's easier to adapt to than some simplistic, formulas that's gonna just take somebody, clear out their goddamn understanding. You're gonna have to study for a while to get it. And they don't want to do. That's for somebody who. And that don't make you better, because some motherfuckers, sometimes they had to come back down to the mythology. Got to come back down. You go so far up that you lose the understanding of the myth. You feel what I'm saying? You get to go on some other. So it's still necessary that, a lot of time the elementary education is the greater education. We got dumb it down. You see, that's right. And you know what? I don't even like to do it. I don't like to use that word, dumb it down. You see what I'm saying? I don't like to use that word because, again, it's a lot of niggas that got PhDs, right? but they didn't lost the common sense understanding. And so a lot of time the common sense understanding, though it's easier for you to get the message across, it's still the more profound understanding, because once you lose that understanding, I don't give a fuck how many degrees above it that you got to come back down to the base understanding. You feel what I'm saying? We got some more fire. Don't you go no goddamn where. I got that Taway Sobek. We got it over there right now. It's up there on fire. I want you to get over there and get that work. Click it. Get the information. We're going to have a part 2 to it, because these is two powerful deities. You see what I'm saying? I'll be right black. Arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.